Apple will debut the new iPhone 14 lineup this Wednesday, September 7th, during their annual September keynote. In this video, I'll be rounding up and breaking down the biggest rumors and leaks about Apple's 2022 iPhones. I've been following Apple rumors and leaks for about 15 years now, so I've gotten a good feel for what to expect from these events, and I seriously think this is shaping up to be one of, if not the most significant iPhone updates in years. We've also got some fresh leaks from the past 48 hours that have some pretty big implications for the design of this year's lineup. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is System Preferences. What a better way to start than the leaks that are all covered is either not necessarily or not too winners or come from a very reliable or verifiable source. And when it comes to reliable sources for Apple leaks, there are a few more dependable than Verge reporter Verge, who himself confirmed a pretty significant rumor just a few days ago, upending our expectations for the display design of the iPhone 14 Pro models. Since early 2022, we've been hearing that the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max models will be ditching the notch and will instead now have two separate cutouts to house the camera and Face ID sensor. You've likely seen this circle and pill cutout image before and have noted, as others have, its resemblance to a lowercase i. Leaks from the manufacturing process essentially confirmed this double cutout in the display months ago. However, because this information came from leaked hardware photos, we never actually saw this display cutout operating with the correct software installed. Now, Mark Gurman has confirmed my long-held suspicion that Apple plans to use software to black out the middle gap between these two cutouts, creating the illusion of one long pill-shaped cutout. In addition, this thin sliver of screen real estate will now be used to house the camera and microphone notification lights, which, now that we can see it rendered, makes a lot of sense and will be far less distracting for users. What gets lost in all this cutout talk is that Apple has actually managed to reduce the bezel size yet again, getting us ever closer to an all-screen design. Another big display change coming to the iPhone 14 has been rumored since it first began appearing on Android devices years ago, and that is the always-on display. Many thought this feature would debut with the ProMotion displays Apple introduced in the iPhone 13 Pro lineup, but their variable refresh rate still only drops down to 10 Hz, not the 1 Hz needed for always on. However, this year brings promise, with the iOS 16 lock screen redesign perfectly setting the stage for its debut. It's easy to see how the new widgets and notifications are geared towards this feature, and users even believe they found small glitches in the iOS 16 betas confirming this further. One feature change that seems to have been baked into expectations for the iPhone 14 lineup for a while now is a significant camera upgrade. This year, the 14 Pro's rear wide lens is rumored to be getting some attention, with a bump from 12 to 48 megapixels. The most significant megapixel jump in Apple's history, if I'm not mistaken. We should also see improved front-facing cameras on all 14 models, and the standard 14s will now be getting the ultra-wide lens upgrade that was previously exclusive to last year's Pros. Now, all these camera improvements have to go somewhere, so I would expect the iPhone 14 Pro's camera bump to grow again. The improvements to the rear wide lens may also increase the iPhone's zoom capability, especially if the telephoto lens also gets an update. That may be the reason for Apple's much discussed far-out invite for this Wednesday's event, which went out to the press about a week ago. Apple is known for hinting at upcoming features in their announcements, but unless this is related to an improved zoom capability for the iPhone or some sort of astrophotography, I think this is Apple hinting at the arrival of satellite connectivity on this year's iPhone lineup. I believe this rumor popped up sometime before last year's iPhone 13 event, with some speculating that it was a surprise feature for that 2021 iPhone release. While it was unlikely for the 13 series, the rumor gained steam with more substantiation over the course of this year. I have to say, I think this is a pretty dope feature on its own because it will actually save lives. Like the heart rate monitoring features in the Apple Watch, this pushes past just being a cool feature to one that will make the iPhone a potentially life-saving device. If you're hiking, get overwhelmed by extreme heat or cold, or injure yourself where there's no cell signal, this means you have the ability to still fire off an emergency text message or short call to send someone your location. Another reason I'm leaning towards this being likely is that T-Mobile just announced its partnership with Elon Musk's Starlink to deliver satellite connectivity to T-Mobile's network. This event took place around the time that Apple sent out its far-out invites, even though T-Mobile doesn't plan on actually debuting this service until sometime next year. I normally wouldn't take the behavior of other companies as indicators of what Apple plans to do, but considering Elon has been in the satellite launching and communications business for a minute, you'd likely hear rumbling of what Apple is actually up to according to its competitors. While there's no guarantee that all of these rumors will end up being confirmed on Wednesday, if they are, I think it represents a huge step forward for the iPhone and perhaps the biggest update since at least the iPhone 10. Well, that wraps up our coverage of the biggest leaks and rumors for the iPhone 14. If you guys are like me, I know you're excited for this Wednesday's event, and stick around for our coverage of all of the announcements, including Apple Watch Pro